Subhanallah al-Azim, how Imam Malik viewed those tyrant rulers. He said, look, they asked him, look, what do you do if someone, the two groups fight? He said, if you got a ruler like Umar bin Abdul Aziz, then fight with him. If you got someone like him. Remember, distinction between tyrant ruler was just ruler. So just because the ruler's placed there, it doesn't mean that if the ruler now says, Imam Malik, if you use Imam Malik's argument, if the ruler says you have to fight with me, Imam Malik's fatwa goes against that. Imam Malik says if he's unjust, don't fight with him.
And Imam Malik, when I read it but digged in deep, I haven't seen anyone who attributes to Imam Malik that he saw the permissibility of Al-Khuruj other than Ibn Hazm, and also the Mu'asirin who came after that who tried to attribute this to him. Okay, I haven't seen anyone from the early scholars before Imam Ibn Hazm who attributed this to Imam Malik. I haven't seen it. And everyone just took it from Ibn Hazm that I saw after that. And so that's a point to really reflect over.
What about the one from Sahnun?
I'm going to come to that.
Yeah.
The issue of Sahnun is something else. The issue of Ibn Hazm, lakin, it's the issue of Khuruj. Okay?
Okay.
There are two mas'alas when it comes to Imam Malik's statement. The issue of عدم صحة بيعة المكره. And the second issue, which is وعدم القتال مع الإمام الظالم على فئة بغت عليه. Okay? The first one is it's not correct, the bay'ah of a mukrah, a person who's been forced. And I already responded to that.
We mentioned that indeed.
Alhamdulillah. That we said that there's a difference between يعني بيعة المكره and بيعة المتغلب. We already spoke about that. Alhamdulillah, I don't think we need to go back to that. What we need to focus on is this, the issue, which is not fighting with an imam who's zalim. The imam is a zalim. This is what Ibn Sahnun and others have been transmitted from him, or Ibn Sahnun specifically. An imam is a zalim. He's an oppressive leader. And then an oppressive group go against him. Not to fight with that oppressive leader. That's the issue here. So there's a leader.
Yeah.
He's oppressive.
Yeah.
He's zalim. But then what happens is a group, rebels, go against him. They fight with him. It's not you.
Yeah.
They go against him.
Yeah.
Do you fight with the leader?
I see.
To fight this oppressive group?
Do you have to? Is that like
that mas'ala? This is a second point I want to talk about. Let's explain it. Ibn al-Arabi, he says, قال علماؤنا في رواية سحنون. Ibn al-Arabi transmits a statement of who? رواية Ibn Sahnun. رواية سحنون, which is إنما يقاتل مع الإمام العدل. That you fight behind a leader who's just. سواء كان الأول أو الخارج عليه. Whether it be the first or the one that's been done khuruj on. The one who's doing khuruj on him. فإن لم يكونا عدلين, if they're both not just, فأمسك عنهما. Two people are fighting, they're both oppressors. Don't be a part of anything. Don't help the zalim and aid him. فأمسك عنهما إلا أن تراد بنفسك أو مالك أو ظلم المسلمين فادفع ذلك. And then unless, of course, if it's for yourself or your wealth or the dhulm of the Muslimin. This is the statement, this is the discussion here. It's got nothing to do with the issue of khuruj. So it's placing this issue in a place that's not its place. Imam Malik could not have seen it. He could not have seen the khuruj to be permissible. I need to go back to this point.
Okay, why?
Because Imam Malik rahimahullah clearly, categorically, he says, وَلَا بُدَّ مِنْ إِمَامٍ بَرٍّ أَوْ فَاجِرٍ. There has to be a leader. Whether that leader is just or whether that leader is what? Oppressive. And Imam Malik, he said that. There has to be a leader who's just or a leader that's oppressive. You can go to the Kitab Ahkam al-Quran, the 4th volume, page 150, 153. Malik said that, rahimahullah ta'ala. Also, it's...
Hold on, how does that prove your point? I don't get it.
There has to be a leader, whether the leader is obedient and a good leader or a bad leader.
Yeah, so what he's saying is that, for example, there's a leader here, he's oppressive. If we do khuruj, we have to replace him with a leader. There always has to be a leader. There has to be a leader.
But then he's saying there has to be a leader, whether he's good.
Yeah.
If he saw the permissibility of going against an oppressive leader, he wouldn't have said there has to be a wrong leader, an evil leader. That's one answer. Let me go to another one.
Okay.
The second one is, Al-Imam Malik used to see the leaders of his time, Amir al-Mu'mineen. And he would have done khuruj on them. For example, Imam Malik, rahimahullah ta'ala, at his time, Abu Ja'far al-Mansur.
They were oppressive?
Abu Ja'far al-Mansur took over by Ghalaba. Okay? And he used to refer to him as Amir al-Mu'mineen. And Imam al-Dhahabi mentions it in Sir Alam al-Nubala in many places. He used to say, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen. The third response would be that Imam Malik, if he was to say that statement that Khuruj is permissible upon a oppressive Muslim leader, then the A'immatul Sunnah, they would have mentioned this. They would have said Malik had this opinion and they would have spoken against it. No one's ever mentioned that. Kutub al-I'tiqad. And of course we all know Imam Malik's statement is very heavy according to ulama Ahl-Sunnah. It's from the forefront of the ulama Ahl-Sunnah.
Yeah.
Last but not least, the fourth response I want to give is that Imam Malik rahimahullah ta'ala, he transmits, when we say Hak al-Ijma' A'immatul Sunnah, we add him into it. So if to take him out, you need to bring evidence for it. Not to mention, Imams of the madhab of the Malikiyya transmitted ijma' on the mas'ala, like Ibn Abi Zayd al-Qayrawani, who's a Maliki, and Ibn Battal, who's a Maliki. Ibn Abi Zayd al-Qayrawani, he says, وَالسَّمْعُ وَالطَّاعَةُ لِأَئِمَّةِ الْمُسْلِمِينَ وَكُلِّ مَنْ وَلِيَ أَمْرَ الْمُسْلِمِينَ عَنْ رِضًا أَوْ غَلَبَةٍ وَاشْتَدَّتْ وَطْأَتُهُ مِنْ بَرٍّ أَوْ فَاجِرٍ فَلَا يُخْرَجُ عَلَيْهِ جَارَ أَوْ عَدِلٍ. And in there, remember I mentioned, he said that after he mentioned the issue of not going against the oppressive Muslim leader, Ibn Abi Zayd al-Qayrawani, he says, وَكُلُّ مَا قَدْ ذَكَرْنَاهُ, everything we've mentioned in this kitab of Aqidah, Kitab al-Risala, فهو قول أهل السنة وأئمة الناس, from statements of أهل السنة, the statement of the أئمة الناس في الفقه والحديث على ما بيناه وكله قول مالك. And all of this is the statement of Malik. فمنه منصوص من قوله ومنه معلوم من مذهبه. So Ibn Abi Zayd al-Qayrawani is a tribute to Imam Malik. Ibn Battal al-Maliki, the statement of his I mentioned before when I was mentioning the Ijma'at, the 33.
Yeah.
Ibn Battal rahimahullah, Ibn Hajar transmits his statement in his kitab Fath al-Bari, and also Sharh of Ibn Battal on Sahih al-Bukhari. You will find it, and he's a Maliki scholar. Ibn Abdul Barr also even transmits, Ibn Abdul Barr, who I mentioned, he's a Maliki scholar, where he said here, the statement here I mentioned, which was what? وَأَمَّا أهل الحق وهم أهل السنة فقالوا هذا هو الاختيار أن يكون الإمام فاضلا عدلا محسنا فإن لم يكن فالصبر على طاعة الجائرين من الأئمة أولى من الخروج عليه صح لأن في منازعته والخروج عليه استبدال الأمن بالخوف ولأن ذلك يحمل على هراق الدماء وشن الغارات والفساد في الأرض وذلك أعظم من الصبر على جور وفسق والأصول تشهد والعقل والدين أن أعظم المكروهين أولاهما بالترك.
I can't check it because I didn't have that part because it wasn't put in.
Exactly, this is the part that was left out, which shows Ibn Abdul Barr's view. So لا شك مذهب الإمام Malik himself, Imam Malik himself could not, he didn't believe Khuruj is permissible.
Okay.